If you choose the wrong programming language to start with, you could set your career back by 6 months. That is not an exaggeration. The choice between Python and JavaScript isn't just about syntax. It is about the type of job you want, the salary you can command, and where the industry is going. I'm Michelle, and today we are ending the debate once and for all. Here is our battle plan for the next 15 minutes. First, we compare the learning curve. Which one lets you build faster? Second, the job market. We will look at real data from India and the US. Third, the capabilities. What can you actually build? And finally, my specific recommendation based on your career goals. Whether you want to be a data scientist or a full-stack developer, this decision defines your path. Let's dive in. Let's start with the most immediate pain point, difficulty. Look at this code. We want to print "Hello World" to the console. In Python, it's one line. Print "Hello World." Clean, simple, English-like. In JavaScript, it's console.log hello world. Still simple, but notice the syntax, the semicolons, the brackets. But wait, hello world is a terrible test. Let's look at something real, like a loop. Python uses indentation. The white space matters. It forces you to write readable code. JavaScript uses curly braces. For a beginner, Python is strictly easier to read. It reads like a sentence. JavaScript has more visual noise. However, easy reading comes with a trap. JavaScript is very forgiving. If you make a mistake, sometimes it runs anyway, but does something weird. We call this silent failure. Believe it or not, you want the crash. It helps you learn faster. Winner of round 1? Python. Now let's talk utility. What can you actually make after 3 months of learning? If you want to build websites, JavaScript is the king, the queen, and the entire court. It is the only language that runs natively in the browser. If you want buttons to click, menus to slide, or pages to update, you need JavaScript. But here's where it gets interesting. What if you don't care about websites? What if you want to build the brain behind the application? Enter Python. Python is the undisputed leader in data science, AI, and automation. With libraries like NumPy and Pandas, you can analyze millions of data points with a few lines of code. But wait, I hear you ask, can't Python do websites too? Yes, but only the back end. You can use frameworks like Django or Flask, but you still need to learn some JavaScript for the front end. This is a critical realization. With JavaScript, you can become a full-stack developer knowing only one language. With Python, you're often stuck on the server side unless you learn JS too. Winner of round 2? It's a tie. JavaScript for builders, Python for thinkers. Now, the part you actually care about, the money. Let's look at the numbers for 2025. In terms of pure volume, JavaScript has more job openings. Why? Because every business needs a website. From the local bakery to Google, they all need React or Angular developers. However, volume does not equal value. In India and the US, Python roles, specifically in data and AI, often have a higher starting salary. Why? Because the math is harder. Supply and demand. There are fewer good data scientists than there are web developers. But there's a catch. To get those high-paying Python jobs, you usually need more than just Python. You need statistics, math, or Clyde knowledge. JavaScript jobs are often easier to land with just coding skills. Let me ask you a question. Do you want a job in 3 months or a career in 3 years? If you need a job fast, JavaScript is the accelerator. Startups are always hiring front-end devs. If you're playing the long game for high-end tech roles, Python is the foundation. Let's look 5 years into the future. We're in the age of AI. Guess what language AI speaks? Python. All the major frameworks, PyTorch, TensorFlow, OpenAI's libraries, they're Python first. If you want to ride the AI wave, Python is non-negotiable. But JavaScript isn't dying, it's evolving. With tools like React Native and Electron, JavaScript is now used for mobile apps and desktop apps. VS Code, Discord, they're built with JavaScript. JavaScript is becoming the universal language of user interfaces. Winner of round 4? Python for innovation, JavaScript for ubiquity. I want to warn you about something called first language syndrome. If you start with JavaScript, you get used to asynchronous programming early. Concepts like promises and async await become natural. This is hard to learn later. If you start with Python, you get used to clean, synchronous logic. Moving to JavaScript can feel messy and chaotic. Many self-taught developers find Python too comfortable. They struggle to leave it. JavaScript forces you to understand how the web actually works. Ready for the secret? You're going to learn both anyway. A senior developer doesn't choose. They use the right tool for the job. But the order matters for your motivation. So, here's my final recommendation. Choose JavaScript first if 1. You're a visual learner. You need to see results on screen instantly. 2. You're interested in freelancing. Small businesses pay for websites, not data scripts. 3. You want to work in startups or agencies. Start with HTML and CSS, then move to JavaScript. This is the fastest path to a paycheck. Choose Python first if 1. You struggle with complex syntax and just want to learn logic. 2. You're interested in data science, finance, or automation. 3. You're looking for roles in large enterprise companies or back-end development. Start with Python, then learn SQL. This is the path to stability and high-end specialization. Now, don't spend money yet. For Python, search for Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. It's a classic for a reason. For JavaScript, look at Free Code Camp. Their curriculum is gold. And of course, we have tutorials for both right here on this channel. Before you go, avoid this massive mistake. Do not try to learn both at the same time. Pick one, stick to it for 3 months. If you switch back and forth, you'll learn neither. You'll just get tutorial hell. Commit to the discomfort. So, cast your vote in the comments. Are you Team Python or Team JavaScript? And tell me why. In the next video, we're doing a full Python roadmap for 2026, breaking down exactly which libraries to learn month by month. If this clarity helped you, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss the roadmap. I'm Michelle. Thanks for watching and keep coding.